Hello everybody! This is Rajeshri of Soul Tuning. It is day 52 of my 90-day transformation in the raw. And I know there was a huge gap in between this video and my last video, but we have moved. We're in a new town and a new space and new people, new energy, new essence, new everything, and it's feeling good. So adapting and getting settled in. Way more action here, way more community, way more culture. So very excited about that and loving on that. So what I wanted to talk about was this idea of allowing for your new self. Allowing for change, allowing change to happen, and change is happening all the time, right? Every millisecond, every moment, change is happening. But there are many levels of allowing it. And are we allowing it? You know, are we so stuck in routine and to ideas and beliefs and gripping onto fears that we aren't allowing this growth to naturally happen? And you don't need to pick up your whole life and move for change to be happening. But when you are flowing with it and you are allowing it, who knows what could happen, right? And that's what a lot of us fear, is what could happen. What will I lose? Who will I lose? You know, who will I lose? Myself. This idea that change makes you lose yourself. And, you know, some of that is true. You are going to lose a part of yourself. You are going to lose the self that doesn't serve you anymore. And you may lose people in your life that you don't resonate with. You just don't connect with anymore. And when you're allowing, you're definitely going to lose belief systems, because you're not going to be in this box, in this way of being, which is great. You'll be more open to seeing reality in the way it actually is, and being able to work with that and whatever's right in front of you. So for me, one of those ways of having ease around change and around the fears that come out is to much more busy here, is to have gratitude, right? So having gratitude for the present moment, having gratitude for the people in your life, having gratitude and self-love for self and everyone and everything in your life, and then unattaching. So gratitude is not, oh, I love them and I'm gonna hold them really tight to my chest and not let them go. Gratitude is giving thanks to the present moment, what has come, and knowing that it all goes, because it all goes. So really having gratitude and being unattached to what was, what is, and what will come, right? So it's not, the idea of change is not to fabricate a certain way of being, or I want to change, I want to be more like this person over here, I want to look more like that. So it's not necessarily fabricating so you can be that. It's, if it's genuine and it's authentic and you really want that in your life, that vibration in your life, it's holding it very gently, loosely in your body and then letting it go. And upon letting it go, opening up to everything and knowing that the way it's going to happen, the way your life is going to change, is not necessarily what you think at all. Usually nothing close to how you think it's going to go down, that change. So that's why you have to be so incredibly open, right? Have gratitude for the past, the present, the future, and be so incredibly open to how that change is going to take place and unfold. And just almost forget the idea, right? So you get that taste of that vibration, and then you kind of feel that in your body. You feel it at a cellular level. You get the taste for the vibration, and then you just let go completely and allow it to take form and shape. So, nutshell version, allowing for new self is one, inspiring for change, so wanting it. So inspiring for change. So being aware of it, first and foremost, realizing that change happens no matter what. Flow is constantly, energy is constantly flowing everywhere. And even if you're moving or not, energy is constantly moving and flowing with it, like river downstream, right? Whether you're holding on to something or not, the energy is still moving. So allowing for it in that sense through awareness, and then inspiring for it, you know, just wanting to flow with it, putting it out there, what doesn't serve me anymore, what makes me feel stagnant, what makes me feel stuck, and then getting the feeling for what it would be like to be unstuck and to be flowing and to be free and to be lighter. And then gratitude for the past, the present, and the future, inspiring for what that change looks like, feeling it at a cellular level, having gratitude and unattachment, letting go of the results of what it's going to look like and how it's going to happen. So that's ultimately, in a nutshell, how it goes down. And then what happens if we're not allowing, right? So getting a perspective of what it looks like when you're not allowing. And I'm trying to find my way here. Everything's new. Okay, I see it. So like in a river, right? When water's flowing and then it gets dammed up and the leaves start building up and the water gets higher. So what's happening there? You know, same thing with our body, same thing with our mind. When we're holding on to ideas, right, when we're in our mind, when we're holding on to feelings, when we're holding on to fear, we stop the flow of energy through our body, through all the different systems. We start gaining weight. We maybe have clogged arteries. Our breath becomes shortened. You know, so just start thinking of all those different ideas of all the different systems in the body, and then what's happening to those systems when the energy isn't flowing, when there's not movement. It gets bogged up. Colon. Right? When we're stressed out, our colon stops functioning. The toxins, the waste gets backed up in our system. And that energy gets backed up into the brain, and so on and so forth. So we don't want that, right? And so that could be very subtle. Constipation is one of those subtle things that helps you to tune in. Headaches, short breathing, shortness of breath, helps you to tune into what is not flowing in your body, and what can I do about it to get things moving again. And that's just the physical level. Then you start tuning into the mind and start seeing the blocks in the brain around different ideas, or the way you've programmed to respond to different people and on different subjects. And then you start realizing that you're a broken record. You're hearing yourself and you're repeating certain things over and over that aren't serving you. It's one thing if you've got positive affirmation, or you're becoming aware, so you're repeating certain things. But when you're doing it subconsciously, where you're not conscious about it, and you're repeating the unhealthy remarks and responses. So that's it in a nutshell of this idea of freeing up your true self, allowing for your new self to come into this physical existence. What is that? How does it look? And how can I start right now? How can I do this? So that's it. Wrapping it up, day 52 in a new space, new place, new people, new energy. And yeah, thanks for watching, and leave your comments, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and till next time, blessings to you, and get out there and be your new self.